California.
All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Majestix Heroclix Podcast. If you like our content, please like and subscribe. It really helps us out. If you're interested in learning more about the Bronze Age format and the Majestix Open Series, please check out the Open Series website. Also, if you want to learn about the Heroclix strategies, tactics, lists from game's top players, please visit the Majestix Apex Insiders website. Lastly, if you're looking for Heroclix singles, please visit our eBay stores. All the links for everything I just talked about is below in the description. My name is Jeff. Tonight, we're joined by a special guest. He has a 2015 Rock Regional win, many Super Qualifier wins, 2 top 8 teams at Worlds, a top 16 single at Worlds, 2017 Rock US Cup win, 2018 Majestix Qualifier win, and the man that is 2 clicks from KO, Aaron Cantu. How you doing, buddy?
A happy quarantine Monday. Since
Happy
Pat's not here, I'll say it for him. I'm doing good, man. When you put it all like that, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah,
I've never had that read off to me like that.
Oh, sorry.
I feel kind
want
of
to give you a proper introduction. You've done a lot for the community, and like you're a good player, dude. So recognize.
Yeah, appreciate it. One thing that list didn't have. Now I'm thinking about is like states tops, but nobody keeps track of it. So whatever.
Well, did you see that new states format that's coming out?
Yeah, I saw. So I've not clicked on the website.
It was
I kind of refused to. I know. It
was funny.
I've seen like 3 or 4 articles, like something about the uncanny clicksman and some other stuff.
Yeah, they've just been circulating today.
Like who runs that website?
I don't know who run it, but I've had a lot of extra free time, so
it seems like a Steve thing to do.
It could be. Yeah, I could see Steve doing that. He does write for celebrities, but not much celebrity going on, so he could be trying to fill his time.
Yeah, so with the quarantine thing, I don't know if you saw the governor's update that they want to start opening things like bookstores and stuff on Friday, depending on your local city stuff. So is there a chance you're heading back to the store this week, or?
As far as I know, we're still shelter in place until the 31st, and it's like, I could do curbside pickup, but that's kind of what I've been doing anyway. Like if somebody wants something, they can come get it. But unless Alliance opens up, I don't see too many people flooding in to pick up too much stuff.
Like backstock modern age stuff or anything like that.
Most of my guys have everything they want.
Yeah. See, that's what happens when you live in the rich area,
Yeah, so they go through their sets and they move on to the next.
We did the same here. Hobbytown will get in 10 cases or something like that. Yeah. And then they'll just blow through it, and it's mostly pre-ordered stuff. Mm-hmm. And then we don't really carry anything after that for the maybe like a brick or 2 here or there will come in, Yeah. And it's like just so we have stuff to buy when we go to play the monthly OP events and shit. So
yeah, no, it's pretty much the same. Like I said, I keep a little of the older stuff in stock, but all my X-Men and Captain America went, so I haven't been able to reorder since all that sold out.
Yeah.
So the Alliance did send out a survey asking each of whoever has an account to fill out a survey, and what would you need from them when they reopen. And I filled out my survey, how much I want to spend. And
my local comic shop got some stuff from Reno. I think Reno, the Alliance out there, or Diamond or whatever.
There's a individual distributor out there that's separate from them. They have their own thing. I remember when I was working.
It wasn't Heroclix. It was Pokemon.
They do Pokemon Magic. I think card box supplies and stuff. Basic stuff.
ECW and stuff.
Yeah. I also believe GTS is open, so you can still get Pokemon and other stuff from them, card supplies.
That's cool.
But other than that, was it last week we had our MOCs? Did you get a chance to check out the Thursday MOCs?
I saw what Michael and Jesse won, right?
That was last Sunday. Thursday was the full bronze.
Oh gosh.
So, here, I'll share the screen.
Yeah, share the screen. Pull that up, Jeff.
Yes, sir. All right. So Joe Alves won on Thursday. He went 4-0 with his Punisher War Machine. So he's played this before, and I believe he's won with it before. So it's a solid team. It's Punisher, Thor, Dark Phoenix, the Ultron with the 6 arms, Magneto Groot, Bat Sigma with the Indigo Battery, and a bunch of good IDs on the side there. So
what does the Thor bring to the table? Because I'm familiar with everything else.
He's a good attacker. He can throw him out there to call people in. He can carry people around. He has a stop click.
Oh, he has a stop click?
Yeah. It's the chase.
Okay. At 50 points?
Mm-hmm.
What? I didn't even realize you could play him at 50 points. Sick. Oh, he's got props. So he's charge, quick, prob, impervious, stop, toughness. He's got the energy, shield, deflection, and poison when he has his lightning marker. So he's 19 from range.
Yeah. And he can do poison with the lightning marker attached, right?
Yeah. And he has mystics for close attacks. And he's got energy explosion. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. So with Indigo Battery, you have to get in on him. So. The team, though, that I did specifically want to talk about, I know Pat wanted to talk about, so you can fill in, is Craig's team here.
Ooh, Catapult Turtle. Yeah. Yep, Catapult Turtle, so, Jean Grey.
Yeah, so he went 2-1 with this.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fun. It's just a cool team. That's something different we hadn't seen. It seems like a Yo-Yo TK call-in battery team, right? Just from the look of it.
Yeah. So like one thing with the Catapult Turtle is it uses TK, and whenever it uses TK, you can like do actions after.
Yeah. So being able to do actions after getting thrown out there, it's really good. Because Catapult Turtle's a little further than usual, right? Can you pull that?
Catapult Turtle has let's see, he uses TK but to place adjacent friendly characters with a lower point value, which everybody on the team except for the Ultron drone is. When it does, after actions resolve, that character may make a closer range combat attack as a free action.
Yeah.
So you can like throw out Jean, throw out Ultron drone with or throw out Catapult Turtle, throw out Ultron drone with Jean. Yeah. And then you can like, essentially just start launching stuff. The Ultron drone calls in a character, and then the Catapult Turtle TKs that character. That character gets a free attack, and then it gets its regular attack.
So it's like a flurry call-in, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. Like anything you call in has flurry. And then if you're looking at the ID cards, it's like Green Arrow. So Green Arrow giving like a free ranged attack to turn off your defense powers. And then and then ranged combat expert right after is just kind of silly. And then you have like shield level 7, so he'll probably have like
double
Hawkeye,
Nick.
You have all kinds of crazy stuff.
Double Quake.
Yeah, and then you have Batman.
Storm.
Yeah. So that's the actual Hawkeye ID though. So then you're getting like free attacks with Hawkeye, free attacks with like I think Hawkeye gets his
Murder Machine can trigger twice too. He has
it's sick, dude. That's pretty clever.
Yeah, it's a well built team. I like the Blue Lantern for the what's he re-rolling with the Blue Lantern? I guess the positive perplex.
It has perplex, and then you're re-rolling defensive rules too.
True. So Empress has his leadership, which is good on its own.
Yeah, you can't re-roll that, but
okay.
Not with the blue battery anyways. But the blue battery, I believe, is one of the cheapest ones. Yeah. So if you look, the battery and the ring together is 6 points. So that lets him get more constructs on.
Okay. I didn't know that the blue battery was one of the cheaper ones. That makes sense. Cool. Yeah, I know they're all different, but I didn't specifically looked at all the different point values.
Yeah, the cheapest is 4.
Okay. For the ring?
Yeah, I think the blue, possibly indigo, let's see here.
Yeah, because I know some of them are like 6 and stuff.
Ring. Oh wait. Name contains ring. Point value is equal to 4. So we have White Lantern, ring, Are they all 4? No. Red. So white, red, orange, indigo, Sinestro, Star Sapphire, blue, and black, and green. It's not all of them.
Okay.
No, they're not all 4. Okay.
I thought one of them was 6.
Yeah. So indigo is 4.
Yeah.
Yellow Sinestro is 4. Blue is 4, and then that's it. The rest are 6 or 8.
Okay. Yeah.
So most of the good ones,
No, that's smart looking at team building, especially with you have so many points left over once you have the core of your team. So yeah, that's solid.
Well, and perplex matters a bunch when you're trying to just have this super alpha strike team.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the perplex is 100% it. He's got a lot of constructs too.
If I had to guess, I would say he probably ran into trouble against like a Black Widow team or something.
I think he lost to Rob. What was Rob playing?
You got to pull it up.
Yeah, I got it right here. I just closed out my wrong window. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He was playing Ultron, Isaac, another Ultron.
Okay, so hard to kill. Kill stuff. Yeah. His Ultron up top is pretty beefy, and he's got all the stop clicks. So Craig pretty much has to hit with Green Arrow to start, and he might not hit with Green Arrow.
Yeah, exactly. He's always rolling the dice.
Yeah.
And free actions. He has the green power battery, so he made all that free TKs. So perplexes because he has perplex. So got restricted.
So Catapult Turtle, I think becomes at no cost, so that doesn't hurt the Catapult Turtle as much.
Okay.
When it does, after action resolve, that character may make a close or range combat attack as a free action.
So then it would be at no cost.
Yeah, so that's not as bad, but you do lose, like, you can't perplex with Nick and then use his Watcher's Eye and then make all your attacks and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I mean it's tough. So like ideally you probably like Jean Grey will TK and then like you power action put construct on Catapult Turtle, perplex, and if you look, Catapult Turtle has enhancement also. So then it's just like you don't get all the free actions basically, but it doesn't hurt you as much as you think.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
I think it's more just the fact that this is a hard team to kill.
Yeah, that makes sense because the Ultron's got the stop. The Isaac has the stop. The Skyscraper on the Ultron drone go down pretty quick, but the green battery's hard to get to. Oh, Isaac he also has the Soul Gem that he's probably putting on Ultron, so he's healing up.
Yeah, and then Isaac has the not constructs, but the bystanders, right? So he makes bystanders, and he has super long range too. So.
Nice. All right, so that was our Thursday games that I wanted to check out.
It's fun. What other teams were there? Can you bring that back up?
The other teams?
Yeah.
There you go. So there was Immortal Star Fox. If you want to see him, just let me know. I can pull him up.
Yeah, so you have Steve's Cosmic Manipulation, so that's a team we know about. Stealth Sentinel, you guys have gone over with Alyssa and a few times. Tony's Immortal Hulk and Star Fox, so that sounds like just super perplexing Immortal Hulk and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Shane, so Nightwing Martial Arts, he's been playing that for a while. Alan's playing Nightmare and Mole Man. That's interesting.
You want to check that out?
Yeah, sure, we can bring it up. I have a pretty good idea of what it would look like.
Yeah, it's the Maria Hill trick.
Yeah, it's super cool though because Mole Man can mind control friendlies, so he can mind control Nightmare to kind of make Nightmare get like free attacks. And Nightmare has, I believe, like a 14 attack, right?
I don't think that's the LE one. It's the ASM one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's super.
Does he have what's his attack or special powers?
So ASM, he's a 12 attack.
Okay, that's not bad.
Oh, wait, how many points is he playing at?
110.
Oh, 110. Okay, so yeah, so Nightmare has a thing that if you win the map roll and you choose to go first, you get -1 to your attack the whole game, as long as I'm on the map. And then Nightmare has like phasing, 12 movement. He has penetrating psychic blast. And he modifies his attack value +1 for each action token on all the characters. He has prob, he has super senses, he has pyrocosmic, 8 range, 2 targets. And once per turn, when an opposing character takes pushing damage, you may heal Nightmare 1 click.
That's pretty beefy.
So you're basically like, but it's only 5 clicks. So you're basically like, okay, if you want to go first, you're gonna get a -1 to your attack for the game.
Yeah. So he has he has Stark Tower with the map bonus. So he's going to generate a bunch of people, but I think it has to be 50 or more for the Stark Tower bonus, right? To place him on a figure. So he has to place him on Nightmare.
Well, he's not theme. So even though he's gonna lose map roll, like, or if he win, it's kind of like I'm good no matter what. It's like, if you let me choose the map, I'll choose my map. If you don't let me choose my map, I'm gonna get prob, like just automatic off the bat, or whatever bystander I want, and then you get -1 to your attack. And then if you look at this team too, he has Moira, double Moira, which gives him the free ID cards, but they can also perplex the characters that he calls in.
Yeah, because most of them are X-Men.
Yeah, so yeah, Cyclops, Jean, Storm, Green Arrow, Wolverine. So all but Green Arrow.
Yeah.
So that's pretty nice.
Yeah, no, that's smart. And then the Maria Hill trick with the Nightmare, so you can't attack them.
Yeah, and then if you look at the Indigo battery, of course, you have to get close. You have to come in close to hit me.
Decoy Spotlight is improved targeting.
Improved targeting, hindering, yeah. And then Bulldozer knockback. My favorite. That's my favorite construct.
Yeah, Pat was showing me a couple tricks with it. It was it's good.
So in was it 2016? So the when did Pat win? He won in 2014 and then 2016, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the end of 2015, I believe, is when the Quinjet came out, and so me and Easton had come up with the team for the Quinjet, and that was kind of like its coming out party. And then like 2 weeks later, we were playing I played in a Majestix event.
Yeah.
And I played against Wes Griffin. He's a old school Phoenix Nest guy. And he was living in LA at the time. And he played the Quinjet, and he played it very similar to Easton's build with a few changes, which at the time was like, high defense, Nighthawk, make it hard to hit, and play Baby Jet with a bunch of Ultron drones.
Okay, yeah. I've seen Alan play something similar.
Yeah, and then so we did that. That was the original build that me and Easton had come up with, and then so Easton won with it, and that was the big coming out party. So then he played, and I won map roll, and I took us to Ryu, and I was playing Dr. Fate. I'm sorry, Dr. Fate, Ultron, Phalanx drone, and something else with improved elevated. I forget what. And basically all I did was I just used the bulldozer to knock his Ultron drones and his Atomicas off of elevation and just kill them that way. And I hardly even attacked that game. And then I had Indigo battery, so like I'm knocking him away. They're taking damage. He has to take all the time to reposition
before get back close to you.
Yeah, and then the Quinjet itself at 70, so his ID card suite is all set up for the Ultron Jones to call in,
But if they're dead.
But if they're dead or not in a position to call in the characters they need to, it doesn't matter.
Nice, so good stuff, fun. Man.
Yeah. I beat him twice. There
you go. Nice, very cool. Yeah. Yeah. Dang it. See, now I want to play Clicks in real person again.
Yeah. It's funny too because I played super conservative in the Swiss rounds, and then we played against top 16, and so he was expecting me to play conservative, but I went first, and I just rushed up, like, and he's like, well, Edward Shelton was telling me after the fact, I guess when they talked about it the night before, they had based their game plan on me playing the same way I did day one.
Yeah.
And so
switch it up.
He totally.
That's too funny. Yeah. Yeah, I've done that before. Like just in practice games with the guys.
Yeah, you have to.
I'll play a certain way, and then tournament come. I'm like, well, let's go this way. They're like, huh? What's going on? So you gotta keep it fresh, switch it up. I like it. Good stuff, Aaron.
Yep.
All right. So this is Sunday's mock. This is our limited stuff.
Yes.
Michael Smith won with his Astronomer Cosmic, and Jesse with his Medusa Avengers.
So the Astronomer Cosmic's like basically like Jesse Cote's team, right? Like
just limited wise. He had the Millennium Ring on there, but I don't think he picked it up once. He's like, I'll find something better.
He's not playing Split Lip, right? So it's like
it's hard.
The Millennium Ring is really cool because it gives you outwit and then like improved everything, improved targeting, everything, basically, which is fun. But it's not, since you have to roll for it, it's not the same as like I'm gonna play the Reality Gem and just have somebody pick it up.
Yeah,
it's totally not the same.
And I think that's a lot of people's outtake on the relics, and what kind of deters them is you're having to roll to pick it up, which is like what you said. Like, did he have Split Lip? And if you don't have Split Lip, it's hard. Yeah. And then if you're playing Split Lip, you're probably not going to go theme, right? Because that's what Armor or as Guardian.
Stark Industries.
So.
Hey, you say that, but I actually played at Worlds in 2014. I played against the Stark Industries theme team.
Nice.
The guy was playing Book of Skulls, Split Lip, Silver Centurion, and some good stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. With the Book of Skulls, I could see that. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. That's your favorite resource, right?
No, it's not actually.
What's your favorite resource?
My favorite resource is the power plant.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Alrighty. No power plants here today though. And then Jesse's team's kind of new. He has that new Black Widow.
No Black Widow. So that's the LE though, right? That's the bike.
Looks like the motorcycle. Yeah, the motorcycle.
That's the motorcycle one. Yeah.
Nice. So, and then Phil Coulson carries them.
Well, she's got like insane reach, right? Or swing. So, because she can hybrid sonic speed, and when she has the free once per game, half her speed didn't move. So she moves 6 on her own, and then she's got sidestep, so that's 8, and then hypersonic 11, so that's 19, and then she halves her range to 3, which is 22 square swing on her own.
So it's like a full board.
That's a full board, yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, it'll be worth the $15 when you pick them up. Yeah, when they finally arrive.
Yeah,
and I think the sculpt looks cool too.
Yeah, so. But even like just free have speed and then sidestep, right? That's 8 squares, so then like if you were playing in not limited format, that's like an ID call-in,
Yeah, the same thing with like the WWE guys. They just move out. What's her defense?
18 super senses.
Nice. Does she have shape change or anything?
Just super senses. But if you play her with the common, you can like kind of protect her a little bit. Let's see here.
There's the one that makes the improved targeting not work unless it's actually the Avengers Initiative, right? Is that the uncommon or the rare?
What's that? Oh, that's the common.
Common
001.
Okay, that was that one.
Yeah,
I wasn't familiar with the numbers yet. That one's. So yeah, unless they're playing Avengers Initiative, they can't see you.
Superman ally, and then there's other things.
Oh, yes.
There's like Bill Agent of AIM, anything that says like regardless of line of fire.
Okay. Yes.
Yondu from Guardians of the Galaxy set.
Yeah, Tony likes that one.
Yeah, that was a big piece when it came out. Actually, he's like Yondu and Double Weasel.
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 What's that?
Weasel. It's from the Deadpool set, the original first Deadpool set. It's 27 points. Enhancement. When he uses enhancement, also gives like +1 attack and +1 range. And then if they roll, let me see. I'll just pull them up. So it's Give Weasel a free action and choose a friendly character within 4 squares in line of fire, or a friendly character with Deadpool in its name anywhere on the map. This turn, each time the chosen character makes an attack roll for a ranged combat attack and misses by 1, you may reroll the attack roll unless it's a critical miss. And then he's got enhancement, and once per turn when he does, also modify the attacking character's attack and range values by +1. So he's +1/+1/+1 for range stuff.
Nice. Yeah, no,
and then a pseudo prop. So super fun. Let's see. Okay, well, change screens. Let's see. Pod
1, Michael 1, Steve playing his Immortal Hulk Menagerie. Have you seen that yet?
No, I haven't. So is Menagerie like that? Just like a bevy of characters, or is that an actual character?
No, it's just a bunch of different things.
Okay. Yeah.
There we go. Bunch of goodness. Q, Dark Phoenix, Immortal Hulk, Magneto.
So just good stuff.
Wendigo and
each is cool.
Magneto. Yeah, actually, I really like him, especially with the new format going away with ID characters.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's really good.
Kind of lets you have like a sort of like a side deck, for various situations. That's cool. It's just a good stuff team.
Yeah, and he has the Venom Harness, Octopus Arms, and Enchanted Crowbar on the sideline to choose from. So,
does E3 say they have to be on the sideline?
I thought it did. I could be wrong. I don't think it's from outside the game.
Yep, to your sideline. Yep.
So yeah, those that's a hard choice.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, no, he's been pretty successful consistently with it. Let's see, Robert with his Punisher War Machine Soldiers, Adam's Black Glove Demons.
Yep.
Have done well again. He went 2-0 or 2-1, excuse me. George's Robots, the Widows. Tony played a 200-point Doctor Doom, and then Craig got sick. He had food poisoning last minute, so he wasn't able to play. But he was going to play a 300-point Doomsday.
Yeah, that's not a good pick.
I said it was a bold move.
I say that's likely an 0-3 anyway. So
yeah.
Let's see. For Pod 2, we have Medusa Avengers, which is Jesse's been playing that for a while, right? He played that on Popper.
Yeah. No, he loves.
So it's like
Medusas.
Voyager Medusa, right? Basically.
Yeah, it's this team, the Widow. It was with Phil Coulson.
Okay. Phil Coulson. Yeah, same thing. Matt Esbrook played Dark Side. So that's from the new JLU set, right? Mm-hmm. So that's the first JLU that we've kind of mentioned.
Yeah. Because thank you for bringing that up. I did forget to mention this is the first time that all the JLU, Black Widow, and Fantastic Forces are available. Yeah. So yeah, thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, Dark Side. Did he go 2-1? Or he didn't put the records here? I think he went 2-1.
Yeah.
Chip with his Cosmic Astronomer, it's kind of same stuff. Brian, always just playing all the good pieces, just throwing on the team.
Q, Trelane, kind of.
Yeah. He played Shredder Clone this week. And then Dylan Disney brought out Cyborg Superman. He eats objects, right? He's the one from the main set, I believe.
Cyborg Superman?
Yeah. Pull this one up.
Well, there's more than one, so I mean, is that the new one?
No, there's only one. It's the one from the set.
Superman set. The Superman set, right?
Yeah. 34 specifically.
Yeah, give Cyborg Superman a free action. Remove an object within 6 squares from the map. Roll d6 and heal him equal to half that result. And then you can give him a free action to choose or to use telekinesis, but only to move an object or an attack, or attack with an object. So that's on click 2 or 3 or 4. Yeah, I mean, that's okay. I don't know that I would play that at 140 points.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you're just looking for object removal, I think the cheapest is Matter Eater Lad, and then you could, otherwise it's like you play Scotty, or you play, there's a few other ones that do, like Collector, the Super Collector, which he doesn't remove them, but, he equips.
Yeah. Or if you just want to Mr. Nobody him.
Yeah, Mr. Nobody, keep him wherever.
Yeah.
Ajax, which you guys went over last week.
Yeah.
If you were playing a theme team, you could play Winter Soldier, Nick Fury. Also, he does the Mr. Nobody thing, basically.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Yeah. So he had the new Superman, the uncommon at 10 points. He had the Brainiac. Mm-hmm. Also had Amazing at 75 points. So some of the new pieces, just trying things out. But definitely cool to see some of the new pieces finally in rotation. Hopefully we can get our hands on them soon.
Yeah, I've got the one brick that I got to open, and that's it.
Nice. Yeah. No. Yeah. Landers. I found out one of the comic book stores had 2 cases. He went and got them.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, oh, sneaky guy. So what else? There was some big news from Heroclix this week.
Oh yeah, the WizKids, right? Pull that up.
Yeah. So here we'll go. Basically, WizKids went and said that they're gonna open up their online store to more products, to things that we haven't seen before. They didn't say what it was.
Have you seen their online store?
Yeah, they have T-shirts.
They have like older Connellies.
Yeah, like they have a bunch of different stuff. Where is it? Products. Here we go.
No.
No, where am I?
It'd be under the
official online store.
Yeah.
Oh, opening soon.
Oh, so they must have shut it down temporarily.
Yeah, they have official WizKids merch.
There you go.
But I know last year they had the bunch of Connellies on sale.
They had done Sinestro. They had done in the past the Giant Man, the tank set, right?
Yeah, they dumped a bunch of them, like 50% off, but it was like full shipping, so it was kind of expensive still. But yeah, no, they got a bunch of they've had stuff on here before, so it's nothing new.
But for those people that can't make it out to cons, right? And they would just want the stuff. It's fine. And if I recall, last year they put that year's LEs on, and like that was kind of like a big deal to a lot of people because like I don't think the intention was to put the more recent stuff out. I think it was like they were only supposed to put older stuff out.
Yeah.
So, but whatever. I think it's cool. What are your thoughts, like as a store owner, on that? Like, do you feel like it's competing with you, or do you feel like for me personally, I would think like if you love HeroClix and you want them to succeed, right, or you want it to succeed and continue, it needs to make revenue, right? So
yeah, no, like 100%. I think this is a move from them, almost out of desperation, because they're sitting on 3 sets that they're worried about being able to push out. Both, like, their con season, one of their biggest cons is gone. Worlds is kind of up in the question depending on how things go. As a store, I don't feel threatened. I have a bunch of guys pre-ordered stuff with me, and I was like, hey, if you guys want a refund to get your stuff from WizKids, if they happen to sell bricks, you guys are more than fine. And they're like, no, I want to support you. So my guys are behind me. They're asking me when I'm going to open up just to do it. Like, they keep saying, hey, let's break the rules and have a hangout. I'm like, no, let's not do it. But I have the support from my players, from my local group. So I'm personally not worried. They're not going to, like all the local game stores sell bricks and cases for, they're going to charge full MSRP. So
yeah, that's my thoughts, is like a lot of I see some discussion about like mom and pop stores ripping people off and stuff like that. And I'm like, well, probably they're selling MSRP because almost nobody sells HeroClix MSRP, because it is like MSRP on HeroClix is a huge markup. It's almost double what you're paying. For the price of a booster, so it's like it's pretty high. But that being said, it's like you can't be mad at a store for kind of charging what the company says it should charge. Like where I live in Fresno, we have basically we've had a lot of different game stores, but so the major one in town is Crazy Squirrel Games.
Okay.
and they sell everything MSRP with, no questions asked. If you go in, that's what you're gonna pay. That's what you're gonna pay, and they might do like the 3 boosters for $10 or $11 or something like that, for certain product or whatever here and there, and every once in a while they have a sale. But for the most part, if you walk in, you're paying MSRP and you're walking out. And then there's places like Legends, Comics, and Games, which is where I like to go. A, it's closer to me, but B, like the store employees are a little bit more personable for me. And in the past, like with Heroclix, they did some kind of stuff that I didn't really care for at Crazy Squirrel, and that's not a reflection of their recent stuff, but in the past. So I just kind of go to the closer place, anyways.
Yeah, for sure. That's very understandable.
Yeah, so Legends, they sell their stuff at a price that they know they'll move it at, whether it be $11 or $12 a booster versus the 14 or whatever MSRP is. And Crazy Squirrel doesn't even sell Heroclix anymore. But for Pokemon, I know if I go to Legends, I'm going to get 3 packs for $10. If I buy my comic books there, if it's part of my subscription, I get a free bag and board, and I can do special orders there. It's I don't have to pay until I pick it up, type of deal. It's like a really good place, And there's 2 schools of thought. The thought is like I'll either sell it super cheap and sell everything, and I'll make my profit because I sold everything, or I'll sell MSRP, and I might not sell as much, but I'm making more money on the stuff I do sell.
Yeah, no,
right,
exactly.
So,
no, it's 2 strategies to business, and whatever works better for you.
Yep.
People go to both, So, like, there's still. How long has that Squirrel Place been in business?
A while. At
so
least
they're doing
8
something
years.
Right.
Yeah, at least 8 years. But they're more a game store, and so like my thought with this is like, I know people are worried about the price WizKids is, or like they're kind of upset because stores or whatever aren't getting the product first with that, which they're already assuming what WizKids is going to sell, right? We don't know.
Yeah.
It could be board games. I would wager WizKids makes more board games than they do Heroclix.
Oh, for sure. Like Heroclix is a small percentage of their company.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not small, but it's a portion of their company. It's not the whole picture. But I don't know. Some people on here are saying it's not great for retailers, but the trade-off is sitting on product. Some people are want us addicts to get clean for too long. That's was it funny. Cool? So they want to fuck over me in the stores. Get fucked WizKids. Remember what keeps the game alive. And then
click on that.
Oh geez, 69. Okay, so it looks like him and
I want to see them all. Let's see. View more. No. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So okay. Got into
scroll it. Yeah. Scroll up. Scroll
this
up.
Way.
Yeah. Up.
Oh.
Up. Yeah. There you go. All right. Let's see. So it says cool. So they want to fuck over me and other stores. Okay. So for those that don't know, Ernie owns a store in the Sacramento area.
Yeah, Roseville.
Okay. Roseville. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Get fucked WizKids. Okay. So that's like a pretty harsh thing to say, right? Get fucked. Remember what keeps the game
rather aggressive.
Yeah, remember what keeps the game alive. Okay. So I've been playing Heroclix since 2004. Okay. What keeps the game alive is their ability to sell product. Okay. When the game did die for a period of time, it's because they can no longer sell that product because the company tops that own them closed them down. Okay, that's what people. As long as people are able to buy the product, the game will stay alive. So, like, I get what he's saying. He's referring to the local game shops, brick and mortar stores, right? I'm assuming that's what he's saying, right?
Yes. I would gather.
Yeah. So, Aaron's comment says the players. Not sure I see the hate at the moment. They're doing what is needed at the moment. Blah blah blah. And so Ernie says, fucking Wizards of the Coast gives us free $170 boxes to sell, help us get out of the hole. This virus dug us in. They've been communicating dates and emails weekly, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So To address, I mean, I could go point to point and address this, but I won't. But I'll say, so WizKids does not have a huge staff, and WizKids is a sub company of a larger company, NECA, right?
Yes.
Wizards of the Coast is a big company, and they've been around for far longer. And so, if they, and it's cheaper to produce cards, it's just vastly cheaper, right?
Oh God, yes. It's
So
paper.
you're talking about
Paper
this,
and ink.
right?
Yeah.
This. I mean, I'm not gonna rip that one, but I could do this. Yeah, that's fine. It's nothing. And so it's like, okay, yeah, they could do that, but like the idea is they're trying to not lose money, right? You don't want to lose money. You've already paid the cost of doing business. Now you have to have a return.
To recuperate that cost.
Well, it's a ROI, right? Return on investment. So you need that. So it's just kind of like asinine to say that, they're trying to fuck us over this and that. You don't even know what they're going to sell. I'd be willing to bet the only WizKids product Ernie sells is the Heroclix. I would be. He does not. I'm sure he does not sell Dice Masters. If he does, it's very little. He probably carries 0 of their board games. 0. I'd be willing to bet. I don't know. I haven't been in the store. Maybe Jesse or somebody would know.
I don't remember any Dice Masters or other WizKids games. I think it was just Heroclix.
Right. So he probably does the same thing that most other game stores do, and sells Magic, sells Pokemon, sells Yu-Gi-Oh, maybe sells some Heroclix, whatever. I think he made the comment that Heroclix is 50% of what he sells, right?
Oh yeah.
And it's like, okay, so why would you be upset at the company that creates 50% of your revenue trying to stay afloat?
Yeah, like as I said, like WizKids wouldn't be doing this if they didn't have to.
Yeah.
Like they already had plans in motion to do something else. Like this wasn't their first plan. This wasn't what they wanted to do. This is what they resorted to doing because everyone's struggling right now.
And thinking about it too, like, do you really think they have such a small crew? They don't want to invest in expanding their organization, right? Like they've made that blatantly clear over the years.
They're not distributors.
They're not distributors, right? From knowing what I know, with the WKOs, they talk to Alliance, and then Alliance sends out invites for WKOs, right? That's just kind of how that works. The store responds or whatever. But then, like, individually, like when stores are not being responsive with their WKOs and the win, then WizKids has to contact them and say, like, hey, what's going on with this? Like, that in itself is a headache, and that's only stores that are selected for a WKO.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Now, could you imagine if you had to deal with every single person, not store, person that wants to buy Heroclix from you?
God, that's, yeah. It's not the biggest game in the world, but there's a few 100,000 people that play this game.
Yeah, fuck that, dude. That's a lot.
And all the complaints of things not coming right. Oh, this came broken. Yeah,
it's a nightmare. They're totally not set up for that. They're not going to set up for that. This is not a permanent thing. That's a very knee-jerk reaction thing to say. Like, and like he goes on in that thread and says quite a like. I'm not trying to shit on Ernie. I'm just kind of going off of the thread because it got brought up. But it's like he tells PJ, you don't have a clue. Okay, let me tell you. Do you know my first interaction with PJ? Do you know what it was?
I do not.
So PJ approached me a number of years back. He owned a game store in Kokomo, Indiana, and Kokomo was devastated by a tornado.
Oh, jeez.
And he was doing a fundraiser at the Rock World Cup to a Rock Cup, Rocktober, whatever at the time, to raise money to donate for relief of his hometown. And he wanted to promote the show. He came on, he promoted the show, promoted his game store, and he did a lot of stuff that was good for his community. Got a ton of donations for that event. I know, like myself, I donated an entire Civil War LE set.
Yeah, very nice.
Or Howard donated a bunch of stuff. A lot of people donated to it. And it's like, so PJ like he did own a game store, and he has done a lot for the community, and he still does do a lot for the community. And for someone to be like, "Oh, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about," it's like, dude, check yourself, man. Like last time I checked, you don't leave your store. Like I'm not trying to talk shit. Like I'm really not. But it's like you're talking about your own little small bubble in the world, you know.
Yeah.
Like your own little inner circle. You're not talking about like the greater picture, you know. Like for me, when I look at things, I try and look at, and like Aries made some comments about it, and like a few other people. It's like when I look at things, I try and look at the bigger picture. It's like if they don't do this, they will not sell their stuff, right? The game will go under. So for me personally, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with them.
Like I said, I don't see them selling out bricks. Maybe some gravity feeds, maybe a few starters, but I see it mostly Con LEs, if anything Heroclix.
So if they put like Black Widow gravity feeds, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe like some, you know, like they don't have any Star Trek, I'm sure, but like let's say they did like a Star Trek set that was like a gravity feed or whatever. Yeah.
They'd like some of the older stuff.
Yeah, they'd probably sell that because most stores don't carry that kind of stuff. Like I know none of my stores here in town will buy the gravity feeds unless I ask them to, and I, you know, prepay for it.
Yeah, because it's most likely just going to sit there unless you're hunting for Q.
Right. So yeah, I mean, but like that aside, like the Ninja Turtles Unplugged starter set, or not starter set, gravity feed.
Gravity feed.
Yeah, like Hobbytown, who sells at $3 a boost, you know, blister or whatever they are.
Yeah, foil pack.
Foil pack, $3 a foil pack. That's cheap, dude.
It is.
That's super cheap, and they sat on them. You know, it's like
you gotta have the right clientele for it. Like especially those. Yeah. I don't want to say Turtles is a one-off set, but it's not the main Marvel or DC stuff.
Well, there's a reason it's a gravity feed, right?
Yeah, exactly. No, 100%. There's a reason it's a gravity feed. Same thing. Star Trek went to gravity feeds instead of the 5 booster.
Yeah, like I don't buy the Star Trek stuff. Like I probably should because there's always something good in there, but I don't buy it because nobody carries it. It's gravity feed. And then the other thing is too, like with the Black Widow gravity feed, if it follows, it's a little bit different than traditional gravity feeds because it has actually 20 figures, I think, in the set.
Okay.
That's
like an old Yu-Gi-Oh set, like Series 3.
Yeah, like a lot of times when you buy the gravity feeds for the movie sets, you'll get 2 of every common.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So like you bought a whole gravity feed to get 2 of every common that you're never gonna get rid of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're just kind of wasting money, but you know you're probably gonna get a chase, or you know you're gonna probably get like the rare that's in there that you want. So like, you know, like when Captain America: The Winter Soldier came out, I bought 2 gravity feeds of it because I wanted Agent 13 and I wanted to have extra, and I knew it was hard to get figure. And at the time, I was selling them to like Canada and stuff because
nice.
They don't have Target there.
I did not know that, but that's interesting fact. Canada does not have Target.
Or
that sucks.
Or else their Targets don't carry it. Whatever.
Yeah. I don't know how they get along without Target.
They have Walmart.
I guess it's not the same. I'm teasing you. But yeah,
at you with your white privilege.
I know, right? I try.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, dude, yeah. So, like I said, at the end of the day,
that's a cesspool of comments. I'm not gonna go through.
Yeah, no, I'm just like I said, it goes on and on. Like at the end of the day, I really feel like WizKids isn't gonna go over to screw us. Hold on, cancel. Things are happening. WizKids is not going to try and screw over the stores. It's not going to try and screw over its players. Doing the best what they feel is for everyone.
Yeah,
or at least I hope that's what they're doing. So,
and like, look, if you want to buy, like, this is no worse than people who go out of their way to buy off of like Plo Koon on Facebook, right? Plo, or even yourself, you sell stuff online or on eBay, on Facebook, whatever, right? Yeah. And it's like, it's not like they're going after those people. You know, nobody's like, fuck Plo Koon. You know, he's selling bricks cheaper than what I can sell them for, and this and that. I'm like, okay, but he's also paying to ship all this stuff and, you know, all this other stuff. Yeah. He's probably over ordering, and that's why he's selling it, or, you know, whatever the case is. It's like, dude, like,
I'm like, that's his business. You do his own thing. I'm gonna do me.
Nobody's out to get you, man. Like that. Okay, specifically that individual that was commenting has a very bad complex of like they're out to get me. I've noticed that in a number of his posts. I'm not gonna carry on too much longer about it, but it's like, dude, like just fucking chill out, man. Nobody, like, honestly, nobody gives a shit what you're doing in your little corner of the world, man. Everybody's more worried about their own shit right now,
dude.
Especially right now.
That's so funny. Like the kids at school, they're like, "Oh man, so and so's looking at me. So and so's worried about what I'm doing." I'm like, "Hey, they have no idea what they're doing. They don't even notice you're there. They're doing their own thing. So don't even worry about that."
Yeah, I have to tell my kid. It's like with my younger son, right, and my daughter when she was little too. So my son, I'll go to pick him up from school, and she will say, "Hey, he was really disruptive in class today." I was like, "Okay, what happened, buddy?" You know, and he'll tell me, and he'll say like, "Well, I wasn't talking. I was telling so and so to quit talking, and da 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 da." You know, and I'm like, "Well, let him talk, and then he'll get in trouble. You just worry about yourself."
Yeah,
you know,
it's like you're not the police, buddy.
Yeah, it's like just stop, bro.
I know. Oh god.
So it's like quit worrying about what everybody else is doing, and like I do understand a small degree of concern about WizKids selling their own stuff, but it's like at the same time, like who gives a shit, dude? Like they're not undercutting you. I guarantee you that.
It's not sustainable either.
No, it's not. It's they'll probably sell. If I had to guess, they'll sell board games. They'll sell maybe this year's Con LEs, because I don't know how they're gonna get them out otherwise. Maybe older factory sets or something like that.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
That'd be cool. Maybe the starters for Justice League and Fantastic Four.
Yeah, because like older Con LEs.
Yeah, if you've seen them, they're basically. I think I have one right here.
Did you get a starter?
I got both starters.
Nice.
I don't have them right here handy, but they're basically like board games themselves, you know?
Yeah, because they're like it's not a strategy game. But they just come with a ton of stuff, maps, all the good stuff.
Yeah. So it's like that's probably the type of stuff to sell. It's not going to be bricks. Definitely not going to be single boosters, right? Like there's no way they'd do that. I don't think
it's not feasible. I don't see how they could do it logistically unless they have a full team working a warehouse shipping stuff out.
I can tell you they do not.
There's 10 people that work at that company.
Maybe a little more, but
it's a small company.
Not enough to have their own supply chain. Also,
and especially with things still on restriction, they're not going to be able to get the workforce to implement a big warehouse production. So,
well, you can. I mean, Amazon does it. Yeah,
it's true, I suppose. But all the other warehouses are pretty much shut down. Amazon special.
I work in a warehouse. We're open.
No, are you around a lot of people?
I like 8. There's like 8 people in my warehouse.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah.
Amazon has a lot more.
No, yeah, obviously they do a lot more. I work in telecommunications. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's like not a big deal.
No, but you are essential, my friend, and we appreciate you.
I'm essential, sure, for now.
Till tomorrow. And then, that was it. That was our WizKids announcement. It's not the end of the world. And then we have our rankings for Bronze Age.
Ooh, rankings.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So
Steve's still up at top.
Yeah, dude. He's got 21 points between him and Robert.
Yeah, kind of dwindling that lead though. He's had. I mean, when you go 2-1, you're still staying positive, right?
Yeah.
But it's like eventually Rob's gonna win one of these events, right? It's gonna catch him.
Yeah, no, Rob's been creeping. Richard was close for a while, but Richard, I think, he hasn't played in a couple weeks.
He doesn't play the online stuff as much, right?
Yeah, he was super strong the first couple weeks, and then he took a week off, and then he was playing the same teams that he won with the first week and dominated with, and he played it I think twice since, and he hasn't done very well with it. So it's interesting to see how the meta has changed on this online stuff just over the past month, right? It's kind of been going on for a month.
Yeah. Well, it's like for me, like it's like $5 entry. It's not actually clicks, right? So like that's the like for me it's hard because like example last when I played not this last Sunday but the one before, I lost to David, right? But
Mhm.
in that game in the last round he left an opening for me to win the game, and I knew what I needed to do, and I not seeing the powers on the board, just knowing like, oh, I need to kill Mr. Nobody. Like I forgot that he had prob,
Yeah, not
and I
looking at the
forgot
dials.
not looking at the dials. Right, I'm like, if I see he has prob, I would be like, oh, I'll with that, and I didn't, look on realms. I was like, oh, what's Emma's attack? So I'm like, okay, Emma's 11, perplex damage. What do you have? Whatever. And he tells me, and then he's like, "Oh, prob." I'm like, shit." Okay.
Yeah, well,
So like
good
it's
game.
different. It's different than like playing.
Yeah, no, for sure.
That way,
I've had
it's
mixed reviews on it.
$5.
Some of the guys love it. Some of the guys don't.
I'm not a fan, but for the cheap entry and the ability to play stuff I don't own.
Mm-hmm.
So like for me, that's a big thing too. Is like majority of everything I play I own, just because I don't have like a big pool of people to borrow from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I never know who for sure who's going to be at tournaments. I don't want to come to a tournament and they forgot my figure or something. Because I've forgotten figures that I was gonna let people borrow. You know what I mean?
It's
And
devastating.
dude, I know I feel so bad.
It's so crushing.
Oh my god! And then I'm like, I'll drive home. I'll be right back.
2 hours later.
No, I mean
Shit.
when it's
Oh,
here in town, whatever.
yeah,
But
geez. Oh man, no, for sure. But yeah, no, I understand playing like what you own, and that's why I keep a lot of the my own personal stuff to play. Because,
but that being said, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
oh no, I was gonna say we have a few collectors, but it's not always easy to connect with people to borrow stuff or.
Right. And even then, like, yeah, like, there are guys in my town that do collect a good amount of stuff, but then it's like, or even my brother buys a ton of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and he lives up in the foothills, man. I gotta drive
Oh,
an hour. I gotta drive an hour to go get it, or else wait till he comes into town and hope he has time to stop by,
geez, yeah, no, it's not convenient.
Yeah, it's just like, no. So it's like, yeah, it's just easier to play what I own half the
No, for
time.
sure.
And then, but like with this, I don't need to do that.
Well, yeah, especially because 3 sets just came out that nobody owns. So
Nobody owns. Yeah, I mean that's a little different. That's theory crafting in a way, but that's what
yes,
this is too. It's like it's basically theory crafting. Let me see what works. Let me have some fun. It's a stress reliever in a way too. You just
yeah,
like for me it was not the last time I played because Discord was having all kinds of issues.
yeah. You were having issues with the Discord last
Dude,
time.
I was not having a good time.
It
Super
happens like
pissed.
once. I want to say every 2 weeks, someone just doesn't. It's just not working. I'm just like, fuck.
And I was already so I did all the kinds of yard work that weekend.
Oh god,
I was
I know.
hella tired. It was hella hot. It was like
Yeah,
94 degrees or something. I was
I
like,
know your pool's
man.
starting to look real good, dude.
Oh yeah, it felt good.
We're gonna be over for a barbecue next weekend.
I don't know about next weekend, but sometime, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Let's
for sure,
go.
dude.
I'll put a TV out there. We'll do the fights. We'll have a barbecue pool party. That'll be fun.
Nice, yeah, dude. Awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, is anyone you surprised to see on the rankings? Anyone
Um,
you think should be on here that's not?
I mean, Jose being up there at number 7 is pretty cool.
Dude,
He's
he
kind
is
of
a grind. He
yeah,
plays all the time, like every event.
yeah, kind of a newer player. And then like if you look, he went like 0-3 the last event, right? But it's like, hey man, you played, like you're gonna win some games eventually.
Yeah, and he usually does pretty well. Like he tries a lot of different things he tries things different once in a while. So yeah, like he's got the grind down. And he took second place at the modern.
Yeah,
at the last 1K.
nice. I see Pat on his own list. That's kind of funny.
Yeah, I'm on there too. Where am I at? I'm down here somewhere.
I'm probably pretty far down there. I've only played one event.
Yeah, I only played the one. Oh no, I don't think I played on this one. I was on the other list. I haven't played in this one yet. This is only for this year.
There I was. I saw me.
Yeah.
Seeing Adam pretty far down is kind of like surprising. Considering how often Adam plays, you would think he would be higher, but you have to understand he's playing like the black.
He scrubbed out the first like 3 weeks.
Yeah, but it's because he's playing jank, right? He's not playing like.
So he's so.
It's
the
not
Black
anything
Glove
super
Demon
serious.
has done significantly better in limited than it has bronze.
Right. I think with Adam, he goes for the meme play too often.
Oh, for sure. Like he's trying to get. His name is I want to get everything banned. So he's gonna play the cheesiest, most abusive thing he can come up with. But yeah, him and George were playing last night, and George didn't know about how Black Glove Demon's free action after resolutions changed to at no cost.
Yeah.
So there was I had to explain that one. He wasn't too happy.
Yeah.
Because he was caught off guard.
That's the problem, and I was thinking about this too, and I wanted to bring it up. Pat obviously isn't here. I was expecting to talk to both of you, but I wanted to bring it up was like the idea of a rotation. Like I know Pat likes having the power batteries and stuff too in there because especially if you think about it, like that's really like Pat's golden age. Like he won like his first world championship when they came out. He won a team world championship the same year and stuff like that. And he just went on a rampage with them all over the country. But if you think about it, it's like with all this, like the more WizKids keeps making sets and they're rotating to golden, you guys you're staying the same. So I was thinking about this even like a few weeks ago. Is like what would be a good rotation point for you guys? So I know Pat likes having the resources in, and I think it's cool that you have the limited format now, right? So that gives you an ability to play kind of different stuff, but still a lot of stuff. But like, what would you guys think? I wonder if doing like Superior Foes of Spider-Man and up because that's all the new cards with the.
So that's funny. Yeah, we've talked about it. I think we've talked about the. I think we called it like a cop rage or something, is what we're coining it as because it kind of comes after the bronze. But I think we're waiting for a few more sets to get under the belt of the new card style, and then creating a format around that.
Well, when did Mighty Thor come out? 3 years ago, 2017 or 2018?
2017, I want to say. Maybe not. I could be wrong. Pretty sure it's 2017.
I'm trying to look.
Yep. August 30th, 2017.
So, and then we rotate up to what? BTAS. It's 2018. Superior Foes of Spider-Man came out in
2016. Yep.
I mean, that's
2 years before that.
That's like almost 3 years of stuff, man.
Yeah. Give it almost 3.5.
Plus modern. I mean, so it's basically 4 years worth of stuff.
No, for sure. We haven't talked about it in a while, but I can bring it up because I know we just started the limited, so we'll see how that. It's only been a month, and then see how that rolls out. And then maybe add another format down the road. But I think it's a good idea.
I guess there's no resources, and I know that the idea is to keep the resources, right? Or there's like very few. There's like Supreme Intelligence, I think.
No, that would go from Superior Foes, Supreme Intelligence. For year-wise, because that was a Con Ellie.
Yeah. So what has the new cards? I'm saying that's
Supreme Intelligence does not have the new card.
Okay, so then that would stay gone.
I don't believe any resources have new cards.
Well, the Punisher Van does. Punisher Van.
Sure.
Yeah, whatever. That's what I'm saying. So like, you're essentially rotating resources at that point, right? Which is cool because you can still do your vintage format, right? Mm-hmm. Which is like anything Oreo. So you have Oreo Age. You have Black Card Age. You have limited format. If you wanted to, you could just go carded era. You can go uncarded era. You know what I mean? Depends how far back you want to go.
No, for sure. But no, I do like the idea of this Superior Foes of Spider-Man, and it's been brought up. So maybe it might be time to dust that off again. See how it goes.
Just thinking, man. Just thinking, whatever. Because right now it's you see a lot of power batteries, and that's kind of the staple, and that's fine. And I think people will always enjoy playing the resource format, like just because it's a lot of stuff, but at the same time, it's a lot of stuff.
It's an extreme amount of tracking, and it's definitely, as we say, it's a higher level of skill play to be able to track all the resources, the equipments, the powers you have. So, like it's not the beginner players format, but like you said, the superior foes would be a fun format. Like, new card, especially with the new rules, with being able to look at the back of the cards. I think that's when we brought it up. So it wasn't that long ago. It feels like a long time ago now, although actually.
Yeah, that's a big part of it too, right? Is like looking at the back of the cards. Like, it's kind of sucks to be like, okay, here's a good example of so it was Paul versus, oh man, who is he playing? Oh, shoot, I don't remember who he's playing, but it was on stream, and they asked him how many clicks Jason of Sparta had left.
I think it was Tony.
Yeah, and he goes, I don't know, 6, right?
Yeah, and it was actually 5.
It was actually 5. Like, dude, maybe you don't know. I'm not saying Paul lied to him or whatever, but like, you should know, right? And under normal circumstances, Tony would be able to say, well, let me see his card. Look at his card, and then go, oh, okay, I'll just kill Jason.
Yeah, and that was one of those intelligence checks.
Oh, man, that's so like... But like, for my thought is, I think Tony should have went for it anyways because it was the only way he can win. I think it was Chip.
Was it Chip?
I think it was Chip. Did Paul play Chip on stream?
I don't.
I think so. Anyways, so it's like, it's one of those things. Like, he probably should have went for it anyways. But like, under normal circumstances in the modern game, he would have been able to say, "Hey, can I see Jason's card? Look at the back of his card. Oh, I can kill this guy." You know?
Yeah.
And so it's like kind of like when you have this mixed era, and then, the bigger point is, obviously the language thing. This is why I brought it up, because George, the thing with George, right?
Yeah.
Not realizing. For sure. And I know it exists, right? The verbiage for WizKids to explain it exists.
Yeah, they posted it.
So it's like, I get that part of it, but at the same time, it's like, not everybody's going to look that up.
Oh, no, for sure. I think, most of the people that play in the tournaments are familiar with Adam's trick or know it because we've talked about it. But George was unprepared for it. And if you're unprepared for it, that's not
George also lives in his own little world.
It's not something you want to go against.
Sure.
But
just kill Black Glove, man. That's all.
That's what I told him when he started complaining. I'm like, you could have just killed Black Glove first. It would have been an issue.
Read his card and see what he does.
Yeah. So, but
but he thought he didn't realize he could.
Yeah, he read the card, but he thought the free action was free, not abusable, like Adam has done with it. After much rules debate, he was right. So
that's funny.
Yeah, Adam's got a couple more tricks coming out, so look forward to those.
I love Adam. I love Adam to death. I can't stand playing Adam.
I have not played him. But,
I only played him like once, like in and it was like on Roll 20, where it's just like he talks everything out.
Oh, 100%.
It's like okay, dude, like I know what you're doing. I know you're just trying to make sure you know what you're doing. But let's get this ball rolling. Quit trying to make the cute play and make the right play. Like, I told Adam this too. He, I'm just not shit talking. Adam can take it. He knows.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Oh, well, I think that's all we got for this week, man. Thank you for coming on and filling in the shoes.
No problem. No trivia questions. Nothing.
How many maps are on the Majestix list right now for Bronze Age?
Total,
including the new modern ones.
Oh man, I don't know. I would wager like 30.
52.
Whew. That's a lot.
It's because I went and saved them all today on all the different maps, so I could look through them to see what they were doing.
So I messaged Pat, my team, right? I was like, after we recorded my last show, we were talking about the Bronze Limited.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's like, just play this, play that, like it's all old school teams, right? Because we've been playing equal amount of time almost. And I'm like, yeah, but this, yeah, but that. And then I'm like, fuck it, dude, I feel like building a team. Here's my team. And I was like, oh shit, I need maps. And I'm like, how many Majestix maps are there? 3. He's like, 3. Those are my maps.
There you go. Easy. Hey, they're all good maps.
I'm not going through and looking at all those maps.
Oh, dude, maps is such a big choice. Oh my god.
I wasn't a theme team anyway, so
okay, then yeah, it doesn't matter.
I'm probably never gonna win.
But there's still so many non-themes. You have a chance.
There are, but I never play against them. Never.
We'll try to pair you up better, okay?
And even when I have theme, it's like, oh, that's cute. You have +3. You have +4. Like, okay, I have +11. Like, oh, okay.
Well, yeah, you just put your map down. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'm not gonna. I told Rob when we played, I was like, just pick your map, dude. I'm not gonna.
There you go.
He's like, well, how about I roll and I'll see what I roll? And he rolled an 11. I was like, see, just put your map.
There you go, bud.
I'm not fucking.
Good stuff, man. Too many good stories. Awesome, man. Well, like I said, thank you. I appreciate it. And hopefully when this virus is over, you can hang out, have a barbecue, and play some clicks.
For sure. I got my table right here, my long table behind me. And Perfect. It's because I have the computer, which has the desk has been taken over by my son. Because
I'm sure, yeah, homework in school.
10 a.m. every day, every weekday, he's got his 1 hour class, and then it's schoolwork after that. Nice. But at the same time, I have my daughter, my old lady, and they're working from, my lady's working from home. My daughter's in her school. I'm like, dude, fuck this, dude.
Yeah. I'll get paid for this. You get a break to get out every day.
Dude, no, I don't, because I come home, right? Well, luckily for me, my girlfriend's been able to do a lot of my son's classwork with him the last week and a half. But dude, it was like I would come home at 2. I get off at 2. I come home at like 2:30, and then we're doing homework till like 8:30 at night or classwork. Not even homework; it's classwork. I'm like, oh my god, dude, I don't get paid enough to do this classwork.
Dude, no, like it's writer Maddie's really good about doing her homework. She'll get up, she'll eat breakfast, brush her teeth, do her homework, get done in a couple hours. Ryder, when I wake up, he's like, all right, let's do our homework. I'm like, oh, all right, here we go. And he does not want to do it. It's like pulling teeth.
My son, I'm like, okay, I'll come home for lunch. I go to work early, so I come home for lunch. Sometimes it's like 9:30, right?
Oh,
and it's like she's got him up, and he's on the computer, and he's just sitting there, and he's smoking. And it's like, do your 5 a day, buddy. And he's like, it's 3 math problems, a sentence, and a word problem, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, it's pulling teeth. And I'm like, all right, I'm going back to work. Fuck this.
You're like, I can look at it and just give you the answer. Like, come on, just focus. Well, best of luck with the children and the homework and everyone out there. Yeah, geez. Well, we'll have to have you back on when Pat's actually here.
Yeah, we'll do a history talk or something.
Yeah, that's what he was talking about. I was like, I'll listen.
You ever watch the Joe Rogan podcast?
No, I have not. I've heard very many good things.
You'd be like Jamie. You'd be like, Jamie, pull that shit up.
All right, I will check out the Joe Rogan podcast.
I'll send you a link to a really good one. Are you interested at all in like murders, like the Charles Manson stuff like that?
Yeah, sure. I'll listen to whatever. Listen to random stuff in the background.
I'll send you a good one.
Cool. Sounds good, but awesome. Thank you very much.
All right, bud. No problem. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. You got to do your outro.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
It's your show. Why would I do my outro? Check out my Facebook, facebook.com/2clicksfromko. You'll find us at Podbean, podbean.com/2clicksfromko. We also have the blog site, wordpress.com/2clicksfromko. You can email the show, 2clicksfromko@gmail.com. And remember, the real fun begins when you're 2 clicks from KO.
And don't forget to practice on your dice, guys. Take it easy.
Shake it, Cali. West Coast.